Hi there. It is day 11 of the Gurus in Gratitude, 30 days of which until January 3rd, I am on every day sharing gratitude and at least one quote from a guru. Although I'm on a roll, I'm really loving these quotes. I'm usually giving several of them. If you care to join me in the 30-day challenge, please post something below this video that you're grateful for. I hope you indulge in this opportunity because gratitude is so powerful. It was very powerful in my life, and I know it's been powerful in everybody's life who I know have used it. And so I encourage you and urge you. And day 11 will soon be halfway through. This is going far too fast. It's day 11 for me, and I am grateful for illusion. That's right, illusion. Because thank God it's illusion, you know? Thank God pain and suffering are illusions. They don't look like it, I know, in the moment. But that which we are suffering over is an illusion. And that is very good news. It looks so real, it feels so real. Thank God it's not real. That's all I have to say. And that means there's a way out. So I'm just going to share this in the Ego to Enlightenment group, which is where we're operating out of right now in Facebook. It's a free group. Anybody can join. You can also join me by going to egoworkshop.com, and sign up there, and you'll get access to everything that I'm putting out between now and the new year and into the new year. So I'm about to post that there, so all of our members there will get this and a whole lot more as well. So illusion. Why would someone be grateful for illusion? Well, I was in intense suffering and I was able to immediately leave it because it's not real. And I am so grateful that it's not real, because what's real is joyful, and I am grateful for that. And I am grateful that the illusion or the false is painful, so that it will wake you up out of the illusion so that you can return to the truth, return to the real. And that's exactly what happened to me right in the middle of my most intense suffering of my life. And I'm very grateful to the pain. I already spoke about pain in a previous day. It was another gratitude I shared. And the flip coin, or the related aspect of that, is the illusion, which really causes the pain. And with that, it leads me right into one of my favorite sages and his quote. It's Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj. And he said, "It is always the false that makes you suffer. The false desires and fears, the false values and ideas, the false relationships between people. Abandon the false, and you are free of pain. Truth makes happy. Truth liberates." Yes, it does. And so I dive in with our members to look at what is illusion actually. A mental concept's not good enough because it doesn't really do you anything good. You can't get any traction. You can't sink your teeth into it. You can't grok it. But because, and we talk about this, because you can actually see the tangible difference between the illusion, or the movie in the mind is a term I use, and the real, you can really get a grip on this thing. Illusions are made of fluff, nothing, basically. You have experienced an illusion. You might be familiar with the snake and the rope, where it appears that there is a snake and you don't see the rope, and you have the experience as if there's a snake, right? And that lasts until you discover the truth that it's not a snake, that there is no snake, and there's nothing to be afraid of. And that's exactly what happens when you see through illusions. everything changes, and the fear and the pain all fall away, and happiness reigns. Nisargadatta Maharaj also said, the consciousness in you and the consciousness in me, apparently two, really one, seek unity, and that is love. Yes, unity is love. Non-separation is love. The illusion is separation, apparently two. And this is not true. Looks this way while you're looking that way, but you don't have to look that way. You can actually look directly and see the truth that is always already right in front of you. Another favorite guru of mine is Ramana, who said, Ramana Maharshi, the illusion created by the mind must be destroyed by the mind itself. I'm just returning back to Facebook to see who's here. Hey, we have a number of people here. Let yourself be known, say hello, post a gratitude for me below if you're following me on this 30-day challenge. Love to hear what you're grateful for today. And I'm going into the group to see who we have here live. Because there may be some folks here too. Okay. So you know how it works here? If you haven't been here before, I'll let you know. You keep typing, I keep talking. If we're done, then I'll bid you good night until tomorrow when I come out with another gratitude share and invite you to do a gratitude share. You know, I'm asking you to share one thing, but the absolute best thing for you would be to get a journal and sit down once a day, night or morning, it's a good idea, and brainstorm. Just spew everything out that you could possibly think of that you're grateful for. Little things, big things, and just spend time doing that. You will feel great and it will transform your life. And then just pick one of those things and come here and post it here. Love to see what you have to share and be grateful for. Okay, back to illusion and the snake and the rope. There's some teachings that Brahman, or what is known as the absolute self, Godhead, whatever word you want to use, Brahman is real. The universe is unreal. And Brahman is the universe. Now, isn't that a mind twister? It's supposed to stop your mind. But basically, what it's saying is the universe, seen as the universe, is unreal. Seen as the totality, Godhead, Brahman, it is real. That's just like the snake, seen as a snake, is unreal. And the snake, seen as the rope, which is its true reality, is real. I hope that helps explain something that had me confused for a very long time. And that explained what happened to me in the woods. Because I had not read about any of this before that, what I call the direct seeing. And so I was not at all prepared for any of this. Nobody can be prepared for that truth. Even the words I'm saying now and the sharings and the teachings, you could read all you want, you will not be prepared. It is just not possible because that is unspeakable, but yet it's knowable. So prior to that moment, I lived and believed and saw and perceived as if there is a me and a not me. So a me and something called the universe or the world or the mystery that is not me. And in that instant, I saw everything is me. And that doesn't mean I took the false idea of me and made everything that false idea. What had to happen was that false idea of me had to dissolve, disappear, fall away, so that the truth that was already the case, the truth of myself, could be seen as it is, not as it's imagined to be as something separate, just like you would imagine a rope to be a snake. And It's the same experience. You're seeing a snake, it's a snake, it's a snake, then boom, ah, it's a rope. And there's relief. And there was a ton of laughter and joy and giggling and bliss and love. Of course, for the totality of reality, which is not other than yourself. And so you are always seeing this. You are always that reality. This is always true of you. You are never not this. You are never the ego. I'm having this conversation in the group today with someone trying to get this across. This is a truth that is never different. But people say they think they are not in their real self sometimes, and then they are in their self other times. No. When you know this, it's over. My cats are not an illusion. They're having fun. This is their playtime. They go crazy. You might see fur fly. So what's happening, and you don't know it, it doesn't have anything to do with yourself. It's yourself is not changing. Yourself is not being egoic and then not being egoic, and nothing is happening to yourself. There's all this other phenomena that we have going on that we mistake for ourselves, and it is constantly changing, and that is what creates the illusion of you being something that you're not. And that disappears, falls away, is destroyed. It's not that this you think you are becomes better, becomes more enlightened, kinder, more compassionate or something. No, this you that you think you are disappears. As Ramana says, the I removes the I and remains the I. Sounds like a mystery, but very much like a simple illusion of a snake in a rope. All right, gonna go see if we have anybody here have any questions on that live. Hi, Pierrette. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Tina. We're getting some gratitude shares. Loving it. Sandra says, I'm grateful that my daughter is pregnant. Aha, and that her and the baby are healthy. Indeed. Indeed. Margaret says, I'm grateful that I woke up and I'm here. Yes, we can be grateful every day that we wake up. And we are always here. Very grateful for that. Tina's grateful for a nice family birthday lunch gathering with family. Very good. Tis the time of family. I'll be doing that next Saturday, Sunday. Welcome, everybody. So I am sharing, this is day 11, talking about illusion and Gurus and Gratitude Challenge. Thanks for sharing yours. Thanks for joining me on this. Okay. Back into the group just to make sure there's nobody there also, that I don't want to miss anybody. So I'm very grateful for you joining me. People who show up, get their questions answered first. They get results. You show up, you get results. That's how it works. Okay. Of course, not everybody knows that I'm on live right now. I didn't give any time. It's sort of luck of the draw here. So that was it. I think I got to everything on there. I have nothing else on that. So unless somebody has questions or comments, I'll be wrapping it up here for day 11 of the Gurus and Gratitude Challenge. Oh, there goes the cats. Questions, comments? Takes a minute here. There's a bit of a lag between when I talk and when you answer and when I see it. It's not real time. Tina asks, who is grateful? See it as being the all that is and grateful. No, that just doesn't work. Did you ever notice? Did you watch from the beginning, Tina? I don't think so, eh? I think you missed some real good stuff on this one. You'll have to watch the replay. Who is grateful is a very good question. See it as something? No, who is the one who would do so? Okay, you've got to bring this back to I. your sense of I, your sense of self, not what this self is going to do and see it as and believe it to be and think it to be. No, but who you actually are. This is the trick. If you get this, you're halfway there, okay? If there was a halfway. This is a critical turning point where it's no longer about what I'm pointing to as objects in my awareness, but turning your attention upon yourself and finding out who you are. That's self-inquiry. That's self-inquiry. And if you understand that, you can do that, go for it. And if you can't, well, still be grateful. Okay? Still be grateful without needing to know who it is, because that will just stop you from being grateful. Be grateful. The gratitude was overwhelming for me. If you haven't seen yesterday's share, check it out. I talk a lot about that experience in the woods and the love and the joy and the bliss that it all began with gratitude. So I can't recommend it enough. And to take it to the extreme, right? People will just give it mental time. Oh yeah, I'm grateful for this. Oh yeah, I'm grateful for that. You know, that's like saying, oh yeah, I love you. Oh yeah, I love you. Oh yeah, I'm happy. This is very cold, very mental. You need to let it crack the heart open. Okay, dive into unabashed, completely unleash the feeling of love, joy, peace. I was also talking today in the group about love and turning toward it. And someone says, well, what is that? And people often ask, well, what is falling in love with love? Because I highly suggest that everybody do that. And I constantly talk about falling in love with love. And they're like, well, what is that? I'm like, you know what? You know what that is. You are in love with love. And basically it's being in love with yourself and not the egoic self. Don't make it all sound, you know, sicko type. Everything that you love is not other than yourself. You just don't know it yet. But you love love itself, don't you? Because if you didn't have love with a person, you wouldn't care about the person. So it's not really about the person, it's about the love. But because you think the person is the love, you're all confused and you run after the person, rather than discovering that you can indulge in love for love's sake itself. No thing, no person, no event, just you love love. You're already in love with love. It's not other than yourself, which makes total sense. But yourself is not what you think it is. It is the mystery, the totality, the absolute. Yeah, get me going. All right, let's see. Any other questions here? I'm going to check the group. Refreshing here. Looks like this is it. Did I answer your question? I hope so, Tina. Come on, where are you? Come on, say hello. You make so much noise. Come on, where are you? Let's go, come on. Hi, girl, come here. Where'd you go? Come on, maybe play shy. She plays very shy. She doesn't know there's people here. She wouldn't be out. As soon as the doorbell rings, someone comes to the door, ba-bang! It's like there's no cats live here. You won't see them for hours. Hours and hours. Yo, come here. Come on. That ain't girl. Come on. Come on. Come on, you two. Yeah, I have two, you know. See if I can get one. They're both looking at me. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You're making so much noise. Let's say hello. There we go. See, I'm not lying. This is Buddha. Buddha's the very quiet one. Oh, here comes Rumi, the noisy lover. Come on, baby. Whoop, cattail. All right. Any more questions come up? Comments, shares? Tina says, okay, I'll watch it for sure. Thanks. Just afraid of reinforcing the seemingly false I. Yeah, don't worry about that. You know, I wrote an article today. I'm going to put it out on my blog. And it's about the false I versus the real I. There isn't, they don't exist. There's only the true self. False I doesn't exist. You can't reinforce it. The error has been made. It can't be any stronger than it is what I'm saying. The error has been made and it needs to be undone. And so I appreciate the concern of not reinforcing it. But the error needs to be undone. The error, like when you see a snake, that's an error and it needs to be undone. How do you do that? You have to question it. You have to question its reality, its existence. And that means your reality, your existence. And as long as you turn in that direction, you can't reinforce anything false. You'll be tearing it down, ripping it out. Good question. Thanks for joining and asking. Okay. Yeah, and that's why you asked the question, who's grateful? Yep. When you ask this question, do not try to answer it with the mind. See, you said, who is grateful? And then you say, oh, see it as as being the all and that is, and no, don't do that. It's like the difference between thinking where your keys are and looking for where your keys are. You could sit there all day long and think about where your keys are. And you could have all kinds of pictures in your mind because you have many, many pictures in your mind because you've seen your keys in many, many, many places. And if you go and access this, you'll find them in the mind. But that doesn't mean that's where your keys are. And so don't think, look. Go and look and see. Michelle says, when I was in my 20s, I experienced feeling great, loving moments of love from my husband, I think. It's weird now hearing that was my love. Well, let me ask you this. Remember it now if you can. Access that love now. Do you know what that love's like? Yeah. Full on, go with it full on, just like it was. And you'll notice you're feeling it. But did your husband cause it? Is he even in the room now? So he didn't cause it then. You didn't take it from his body, like you didn't go, oh, I'm sending you love. Well, maybe he did, I don't know. But that isn't where love came from. Where is it felt? Is it felt in him? No, it's felt in you, right? It's your love. It's never been his love, ever. No love has ever been his love. It's all experienced with you, by you, through you, as you. Yes, it would bring you to tears. Yeah, it could. It could then even bring you to tears, which would be a wonderful thing. Just let it flow. And so it's just the error was made. You projected your love out onto him as if he was the cause and the source. Yeah, you thought it was because of him. Sure, we all did, because we were all told that. That's the knight in shining armor syndrome. Poor men, they get loaded on with that. They have to measure up to being the love of our lives forever and ever on him and be responsible for our happiness. It's such trash. You're welcome, Tina. And they can't, of course. And so it's doomed to fail. It's very sad. Yeah, amazing to know this now, indeed. And so it's wonderful knowing it now because you can unleash your love, which means it's not limited by a person. And even if they're not being the perfect partner, you can still have love and know love. And then you have love to share rather than needing to take. You know, our ideas of romanticism and love, so backwards. They are all about taking, really, not giving, not being. It's all take, 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 and swap. It's like a business arrangement. You be this for me, and I'll be that for you, and we'll be happy. And this minute you don't, though, Houston, we have a problem, right? So, yeah, it's crazy, unhealthy. If you realize that love is within you and not out there, which is another illusion. There are many illusions, all caused by the root illusion of being a separate being. That's the root cause of all of the rest of them. If that the illusion that love is outside of you is seen through and falls away, your love will be unleashed. It is far greater than you have lived or imagined. Even the tears that you've been drawn to will pale in comparison. Okay, you are capable of so much love, joy, peace, and bliss that is mind-blowing, that is astronomical. It's only been your imagination that has limited it. So whether you're with somebody or not, it doesn't matter. Now we're talking on love, which is something I'm very grateful for, which I was going to do in another episode, but I probably still will. I pull up some guru quotes on love. It seems that I cannot talk about this stuff without talking about love eventually, one way or another, because love is your very self, is our very self. And when that is realized, watch out. All right. Anybody else? Great questions. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. It's funny to see my video running. I'm seeing me in the past, chasing the cats. Computers are great. Okay. All right, good enough then. 9:40 here Eastern time. Day 11 of the Gurus and Gratitude Challenge. And topic of illusion. I don't know what I'm going to have for tomorrow. So you'll have to come and find out. I'm going to sign off. It's the name of Cindy Tevens, the spiritual facilitator who keeps it real. And I encourage you to seek the real source of love, joy, peace, bliss, which is your very self. Here comes Buddha. Come on, baby. And until then, until we meet again, keep it real.